Back. Episode
Yeah,
5.
man. Episode 5 to
What's up?
infinity and beyond. What's good, 3LittleBlerds family? It's your boy, Be Nice or Else, Brandon checking in. We got our homeboy ceexdawg is with us. And this morning, we have our first special guest this morning, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. And we got some questions for him, and gonna give him some time to share what he's gonna be bringing to you guys today. So without further ado, Mr. Will, why don't you introduce yourself?
What's up? I'm Will. I go by Flash Stew on the Xbox. I'm a soccer guy. So I'm here just bringing a different side of just the gaming side, but also just kind of what soccer is, soccer culture, something I'm passionate about, something that I love, and just kind of bringing my unique perspective as a black man who loves a sport that's dominated and obviously in other ways, for other nationalities, other people. So that's not many of us that are out here who love soccer the way I love soccer. So I'm just trying to bring that perspective for other people to get that too. So yeah, that's me. I'm just here to have fun and get down, have a good time.
Awesome, man. So we are super excited to have Will and both DJ. DJ is also the other co-founder of a Red and a Blue
Shout out to my red,
channel.
to my red.
Yeah, yeah, and so they are going to be, bringing a lot of great things to you guys in the form of gaming content for soccer, providing breakdowns of positions for soccer, so that he can enlighten the African American community, and also talk about how race has a heavy impact in the soccer world. And so we felt here at Three Little Birds that that is something that is not has a big light on, and we felt like partnering with them would be something that's phenomenal. So we're excited to work with the Red and the Blue, Will and DJ, on shedding the greatness of soccer to the African American community. All right, so with that, Will is our first guest this week, and so here at Three Little Birds Talk Show, we're going to be having guest speakers quite frequently. Next week, we're going to have the Crazy Eight Great. So we're looking forward to having him, and we'll talk a little bit more about him later. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into some topics so we can get the homie C in here. So C, Xbox prices and release date dropped, and I know we were talking about numbers. We were talking about it had to be affordable. We were talking about it had to have certain things. How do you feel?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. First of all, how it all happened because it leaked like everything else has in 2020. Straight up leaked the Xbox because we didn't even know about the Xbox Series. We knew about Series S, but we didn't even know what it looked like before this
Yep.
week.
Nope.
So as soon as that leaked, they put out the price of it, and then they put out the price of Series X, and they just dropped the date and everything, and just like, well, here, just because I mean it's late
Let's
in the
go ahead
game.
and confirm that for everybody too. So we got the Xbox Series X and S. Both are going to be released on November the 10th. The X will cost $499 and the S will cost $299 respectively. And the pre-orders for both consoles will begin on September the 22nd.
I actually don't
So
think that that Series S is for the price. It's actually pretty legit. Like for people that like truly don't want to get into PC gaming, that Series S
yeah,
is actually pretty legit. Like you'll get
it
everything but
is, man.
4K. The SSD is small. I know that's the thing about it too. It's got a small storage space, so that's probably the biggest downfall of the Series S. But I like that size. I like that size a lot. I wish the Series X was flat instead of a box shape.
A big bulky, yeah.
And yeah,
I think that's the
I
I
would
best
think more
definitely.
aspect of the
importantly,
S.
right now, just where a game is going, man, that $299 was a very affordable price tag for anybody who kind of sitting on the fence, and I really think that they are going to challenge PlayStation on whatever they were thinking about dropping for a price tag. I also feel like that's why PlayStation has been quiet, and they need to very much make some noise on September the 16th, which PlayStation is going to have their next event. And I definitely think anything short of dropping a PlayStation price is going to be very damning to their name moving forward right now.
Yeah, I think they'll do
That's
it.
just me.
Yeah, I think they'll
I mean, I
do it.
think the best part about this whole process for Xbox and their release of this is just the fact that it got leaked in the middle of the night, and for the way that their team was able to kind of spin this and make this kind of turn it into a legit launch, and to be able to come out with the product they have. I mean, like you said, that S is, I mean, price wise, you lose a little bit as far as storage goes, and I like having hard copies and stuff. So like, it kind of bums me out. I can't like grab my DVD or grab my CD and put it in because that's how I like it. But at the same time, you're not really losing much. It's still a real good system. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what PlayStation does on Wednesday for sure. Because I've been on the fence. I'm an Xbox guy, but I kind of been wanting that PlayStation too. So I'm interested to see what happens.
Do y'all think a lot of people
I'm
are
an
gonna
Xbox
like?
guy through and through. Only thing that's going to change me, obviously, is going to be that Switch. And yes, the running joke right now, we're into episode 5. I still do not have my Switch yet. Yes.
But do
We
y'all
will
think people
continue to
are
keep
actually
dropping
gonna
that small gem until I get it. I understand. But I mean, PlayStation, the ball is definitely in your court right now. I co sign what Will says. Xbox did a phenomenal job of spinning that. And right now, Xbox needs all the cool points because remember, we're not getting Halo when the system drops. They also don't have any really exclusive content when the system drops that people are overly excited about too. So we like the
can,
price. We
can
like
you,
the
y'all can't
price.
hear me right now, can y'all?
Um,
No, it's not.
all right, so we got a lot of gaming information came out this past week. And the first
What
one that kind
happened
of
to
stood
my
out to me was the Breath of the Wild sequel. Is it Hyrule Warriors? Yep. So that's coming out on Nintendo Switch. So it's the prequel to Breath of the Wild. See, you already played Breath of the Wild. What do you think about this upcoming collab with let me see, Koei Tecmo and Nintendo for the sequel to that?
Y'all can't hear me, can y'all? For some reason my let me drop off. Here we go with the technical issue. Is it working?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, my bad. I knew it. Y'all couldn't hear me. Cause I was trying to say something about the I was trying to say something else about the Series X. Right before we got off of that one. But that was my bad, man. It wouldn't be right if it didn't bug out.
Yeah, at least
It
once.
wouldn't be
Will, we still got you there?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Cool. All right. All right. So while we're getting these technical issues hammered out really quick,
Yeah, my bad.
you back. All right, let's go.
But I
All
did
right,
want to
so
say though with
and you had something.
the PS5, if they come out and they do $499 for the PS5 and then $399 for that digital, like it's a good look, but like Will was saying, you fully giving up disc with those digital editions. So like if the PS5 digital or whatever, it's gonna be a price tag, and then at the same time you giving up Blu-ray and everything. Yeah, so it's still kind of crazy because you were saying you like physical, and yeah, I don't know. I guess Discord um bugged out on me, but the Breath of the Wild, the Hyrule Warriors 2 was I think they announced that around the same time, but yeah, that looks good too though. It's gonna be on the Switch, so we'll see. I know they're talking about having more details on that later in the year, but that was kind of out of left field actually.
Yeah, I mean, so it's inspired by Dynasty Warriors, which I absolutely love that series. I love me a good old smash, beat 'em up, roll through a good story and multiple characters where you can just kind of brawl out. But it's looking like it's going to be exclusively for the Nintendo Switch, obviously, on November the 20th. Is when that's supposed to hit. So not only did that come
Thanksgiving
out of left field, we're gonna get it. Yeah, we're gonna get it relatively quickly.
and
Um,
Cyberpunk, it come out like the same time as Cyberpunk, which is
Yep.
I
yeah.
don't know I don't even know, man. Cyberpunk is. I'm getting a little bit worried if it's even gonna come out this year. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
man. I
need
mean,
it.
shout out to the global pandemic, man. They have pretty much sabotaged gaming for 2020. But I mean, we're still getting gems. We're still getting a lot of little things. Rolling up after the Breath of the Wild sequel, we had Mario 3D All Stars, and pre-orders are going nuts. And this kind of segues from the Breath of the Wild thing too. See, talk to us about. And we already know you got your copy reserved, but UK market shut down their reservations for the game, and everything's just kind of going nuts. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, because we brought it up last week because we just found out about it. They just announced it like not even that long ago, like a week or so ago. They announced it, and then they're like, "Oh, it's gonna be a limited release. It's only gonna be on sale until the end of March." So it's like, okay, and yeah, you know how it is with Amazon pre-orders. I
Mhm.
don't know if you ever try to pre-order something on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah. So Amazon is already sold out. The Nintendo eShop still has it. Target, Walmart, GameStop, and Best Buy still have physical copies, but Amazon is already sold out.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best bet for anybody who not gonna pre-order it. If you might be able to catch it at Target, Walmart, Best Buy, but Christmas time they are all gonna be gone. Like so that it's not even gonna be a question after Christmas be able to get a physical copy because yeah, people are gonna be fighting over those things if they even pop up around Christmas.
That's gonna be nuts.
Mario,
That's gonna be
Mario is
nuts,
GOAT,
man.
man. Mario is GOAT, bruh. At the end of the day, when you talk about gaming, if you're not talking about Mario, I'm sorry. It's not even really a conversation.
Yeah, they're doing a
Well
good
playing,
job with
man.
keeping people like excited for like because the Switch is it's like they putting out some good new games, but at the same time they are putting out games that people missed and really didn't get a chance to play, and kind of like the Nintendo 64 controller wasn't really that great. So if you wanted to go back
No.
and play Mario 64, you might have to play with like a busted N64 controller versus like now they about to drop it just straight up play Mario 64. You can play the Mario from the GameCube, Sunshine, which was great, and then the Mario from the Wii. So then at this point, almost every major Mario game will be on the Switch. And the Switch itself is a handheld device. It's multiple
Advice.
controllers. They got like Xbox style controllers for it. So yeah, it's I know they were saying also that they ramping up production for Switch systems. So they might have something be getting ready for something for beginning of next year, I think.
Yeah,
Finally get one.
Nintendo will continue their reign over systems, man. Everybody talking about Xbox and PlayStation when the real silent assassin has always been Ninja. I mean Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Um, yep. Sliding into Ninjas though, Ninja Gaiden, the trilogy, leaked. We also got Prince of Persia remake confirmed by Ubisoft.
Needed it.
Did
Um,
y'all ever play
we
play
got
those? Play the
yes on
Prince of
Prince of
Persia?
Nintendo, Super
Persia.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I played
Prince of
Nintendo
Persia was my
Gaiden.
Prince of Persia was one of those classic games I used to play with my friends all the time. Like, we need the remake of that. We need it as soon as possible.
What's crazy though is a lot of people in the community aren't excited about that when I was doing research on it, but
Because
I
I
think it
feel
would be
like
dope.
Assassin's Creed took over that
Yeah.
whole like genre
That whole
of
kind of yeah,
old civilizations and society, like the
Mm-hmm.
with
same kind of cool
assassins.
stuff that what Prince of Persia was about. They started doing that every
Yep.
era with Assassin's
Like through the
Creed.
time,
So
but
it's
like now
like,
it's like
yeah,
unless you appreciate it for the nostalgic sake, like you're not gonna appreciate it for what it's like the genre that it is, because you're just gonna say, well, I can just play Assassin's Creed. Like, but okay, that's cool, but I'm not playing it to play Assassin's Creed. I'm playing it to play Prince of Persia. Like I need that original feel.
All right. Also, we got coming up, Gods and Monsters got renamed into Immortal Phoenix Rising. That's going to be dropping also from the Ubisoft. in December 2020. And C was talking to me about this game a little bit last week as well. So I did a little preliminary research. I'm actually very interested in the game. C, what are you thinking about about this Gods and Monsters rename?
I legit think that's probably like one of the best announcements that we got this week as far as gaming because Ubisoft they because it was called Gods and Monsters when they first unveiled it at E3. That had to have been 20. I want to say it was 2019 3. I believe so. And just the title screen, Gods and Monsters.
And they already got the pre-order ready and rolling for that. Uh, the graphic design looks super dope for it as well too. Up, see, can't hear you.
Why I keep it again?
Once upon a time, it was me who had the issues.
Yeah, I
Now
don't
T
know.
got the issues.
But yeah, when they first showed Gods and Monsters, they didn't show any gameplay. But now that it's got a new name, it makes sense for the type of game that they making. They say it's made by the same people that made Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And yeah, I think Assassin's Creed Odyssey, one of those. But yeah, it looks good, man. Got good combat, so
It's single player. Hopefully it's a game that transforms into a very big hit for Ubisoft. So I'm excited. I don't play a lot of single player games. I'm a very social gamer, but I'm actually very interested in checking this out and seeing if it's something I can rock with. Last game announcement that we got this week, we got Scott Pilgrim versus the World
oh yeah,
returns.
that was the other big one
The
too.
full game and all of its content coming to us holiday season 2020.
Yeah, that's a good
Needed,
look.
yes, definitely needed. Yeah, that man. So I mean, you got Immortals Phoenix Rising, you got Scott Pilgrim, you got Mario All Star, but Christmas this year is going
It's
to
gonna
be
be
a
insane.
Oh yeah,
problem.
I'm already broke just thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
already broke.
Lucky for them, I'm gonna buy all of my stuff before the month of December gets here, unless it's a
facts,
release that's coming out in December because we don't
facts.
support that holiday. But yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I can definitely rock with supporting the gaming community.
Yeah, that Scott Pilgrim is because I think it's the 10-year anniversary of it, right? It came out 10
Yeah,
years ago,
Yeah,
so
it's
that's a
10
big
years,
deal.
10 years ago.
And
Yeah,
that game,
NFT.
people wanted that game. People loved that game so much, and when they took it down, I think it was only a digital release. When they took it down, people were so hurt, and it is like that game was almost like borderline extinct up until now. So yeah, that was super hype. A lot of people excited about that.
Will be out on PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Steam. Yeah, so it's gonna be on everything. So also announcement trailer is out on Ubisoft if you want to go ahead and watch that trailer too. So super excited about that, Scott Pilgrim. September the 12th was National Video Game Day. And because we just celebrated that, and that's actually a very big day for us, I wanted to ask you guys this morning, what initially got you into gaming? What what was it for you that said, you know what, I need to play video games?
My dad actually got me into gaming. Like I
Okay.
played video games before, like I, real socially, but like from a competitive sense, like and really like getting into it. My dad brought one of the original Xboxes that I actually have with me here, and we used to play like Madden all the time. And like my dad was real big on Madden, so he used to like smash us, like I mean destroy me and my brothers. And I still to this day remember the very first time that I beat him, and he never touched the game again. I would ask him for weeks. Come on, Dad, let's play some Madden. Come on, please, Dad, play some Madden. Nah, I'm not
You
playing Madden.
retired the
I'm
old man.
retired it. So it's like once you do
You
that, it's like
retired the
it's a
old
big deal.
man.
Like you know what I'm saying?
That's
Retiring the old
crazy.
man. So yeah, and then like
That's
playing
like
Tekken
beating
with my
C for the first
grandpa.
time in Mortal Kombat.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big deal. So like yeah, little stuff like that. Like playing Xbox with my pops, playing Tekken with my grandpa when I used to go to Philly. Like we used to play Tekken religiously with my grandpa. So like those type of things is what got me into like, nah, this gaming stuff is for real. Like this is some fun. This is some fun stuff to get into. So that's me. Like that's how I kind of got into it.
See, man, what got you into gaming? You've been in this game a long time, bro.
Yeah, I've been in there for a minute. My cousin, cause I grew up, my mom, she had a lot of brothers and sisters. So I grew up, I used to be with my cousins, my older cousins all the time, pretty much, since I, started coming up. And yeah, one time I stayed with one of my older cousins, and she had the Sega, and then she showed me that Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was a wrap. Like it was a instant rap. Like that music, the music on that game, like had me like mesmerized. Like I was like, yo, this is like real. It's not cartoons. It's not a movie. It's like an actual game you can play. And yeah, like even the old side scrollers. I used to love those games. Used to be so creative. And now that we got all these big huge games, it's like, man, people don't know where we came from. Like you talking about the
What we used to
Atari, all these trash graphics that we had, man.
Super Nintendo.
We came a long way.
So for me, man, it was definitely similar to y'all. It was nostalgia. It was family, man. So it was my uncle. I remember my uncle had a Nintendo, and he had Bird versus Jordan. He had Duck Hunt. He had Mario. He had the track and field game with the track and field pad.
Yeah.
He had the gun for the duck hunt. He had Mike Tyson Punch Out, bruh. And I just remember like he would always get my cousins together and like we'd come over there and we'd be in the living room as long as my grandma would allow us. And we would just be yelling and screaming and passing them two controllers, bro. And like my uncle, like he had like his favorite controller. He painted his Nintendo controller a Mario emblem on the back of it. And like, he would just never lose. And he would like, I remember the first time I beat him in Jordan versus Bird, and he gave me that controller, and I was like, I got the controller! I got the controller! And my cousin was like, oh, we're gonna beat you. No, you're not. I lost that next game. Oh,
yeah, that's how I be
like,
though. Family, man, it brings people together. It really does. You can't tell me if somebody brought out the Wii or one of those party games at the cookout, the family reunion. You can't tell me that don't be the most fun.
The latest thing, man.
Revolution and
dance,
the
man.
Wii Sports with the Wii bowling tenant. Yeah.
Even if you got the instruments,
Rock
Band. Oh
Rock
man,
Band.
college. I got through college with Rock Band. Me and my roommate freshman year, we'd spend hours playing Rock Band and Guitar
Same
Hero.
here. We did Guitar Hero though. It was my freshman year. My homies ever see this, they know exactly what I'm talking about. We literally had to learn how to play on expert because that jump was so hard. I remember I couldn't do it, but then I remember the first time you hit that one of those songs. Like some of the songs be hard now. The guitar solos be crazy, but yeah, that junk is a good feeling when you master something.
That game literally introduced everybody to music.
That's how I got in Evanescence. That wake me up. Wake me up.
That song used to be on MTV early mornings though.
Yeah, I would sleep early morning.
Man, when Pokemon came out, man, I used to be waking up early.
Pokemon 6 a.m. every morning, bro.
That show used to have me up.
Yep.
With Dragon Ball coming on right after that, bro. I
watch
was
those
lit at
shows.
6
I
o'clock
watch
in the
those
morning.
shows and I go right back to sleep. I wake up
right back to sleep. But see, man, my bus was coming at 7:15, so I would have to like be getting ready at the same time.
Facts, yeah.
But yeah, it's some good times, man. Like gaming, like video games day. I know people be making a joke, every day is video games day. But it's cool, like to just sit back, reflect, think about all the good times. Like I feel like like stuff like this, we link up on the game all the time. That's like time where we get to talk, kick back, relax. So it's a different world now, man. We didn't have like party chat growing up, but it was just chilling in the living room. Now we got like, you know what I'm saying? Now we got that, so it's cool now. Considering everything that we got technology to be able to do stuff like that.
All right, so let's go ahead and segue into As the summer's finishing up, man, I want to talk about top animes that I really enjoyed for the summer new releases. So obviously we had season 2 of Fire Force, and that's been absolute fire. Shout out to Fire Force for putting representation for us in the series as well. Um, Misfit of Demon Academy, man, that one has been crazy. Learning all these demon powers and these natural powers. And then we got Guide to the High School, which has some banging graphic animations with these fight scenes. I think for me, those have definitely been my top three summer animes that's been out this summer. I'm excited about the fall line coming up. This week, for our anime of the week, we're just going to talk about what animated things that we all watched this week. So for me, I watched my normal rotation of the shows that I just mentioned, plus Black Clover and One Piece. And I'm currently going back watching Log Horizon. What type of animated things did you guys watch this week? Will see.
Watched some of the DC Justice League on the HBO Plus. I watched the Flashpoint Paradox. That's one of my favorite ones to kind of go back and watch every once in a while. And then the Golden Age Justice League joint that's on there too. Kind of two differently diverse storylines, so it's nice to kind of have those different comparisons. But it's always just nice to kind of revisit those different stories within the Flash universe and Justice League and DC sometimes.
What about you, C?
DC, they animated stuff off the chain. But I know this past week, I was telling y'all before this, I've been trying to get caught up on My Hero. I know I'm super late, but trying to get caught up on that. I did start up Fire Force though, so I am gonna get caught up on Fire Force as soon as I can. So Fire Force, y'all watch it sub or dub? Is it?
Bro, I'm current and we don't do dubs.
Okay. So I don't know if Funimation has the sub for Fire Force. I haven't
Really?
seen it on there. I don't know what that's about, but I did watch the first part of it.
I'll
And
drop.
then Kenny
I'll drop
Kenny
my
actually told me
Crunchyroll
about
for
it.
you.
Yeah, Kenny actually
Yeah, I'll
told me
drop my
about Fire
Crunchyroll.
Force manga before the anime came out. Like he was the
Hmm.
one that he told me about it. He was like, "Hey, this manga about these firefighters," and I was like, "Yo," I looked at it, and I swear the anime came out like 2 weeks after he brought that one up. But yeah, Fire Force is gonna be like, cause I mean I be doing so much other stuff, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can get like maybe 4 anime series in a year if I'm doing right. Like everything else, it depends on how many
It's
episodes
a
we talking
lot
about though.
sometimes, bro.
It
It's
depends
a
on how many
lot, man.
episodes. Cause I watched Demon Slayer last year. I watched that like it ain't nothing. Some stuff I can watch like that, but it depends on how many episodes. But I know Fire Force is gonna be my one. And Shield Hero, I know we talked about that last week. I'm gonna watch Shield Hero. I didn't get to watch it this week because I realized I was behind on My Hero. But
My Shield Hero.
yeah, I'm gonna do
You
Shield
gotta
Hero.
catch up on my hero, bro. You got some work to do.
Right. That's why I say I'm behind. But yeah, with real life, I'm gonna make sure I get what you call it taken care of. Fire Force.
Will, shout out to Will. He just started Hunter x Hunter. He's really getting into anime, a little low key right now. That's okay. We're gonna slowly pull him into the deep end.
I'm thinking, yeah, I'm trying. Try
It's a
some things
slow
out here, man.
process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, when I first got into anime, it was not like a fast burn. It was like, okay, I can watch some of this, but I need to go watch real TV. Um, and then it was just like, yeah, real TV some trash. I'm just
Still
watch.
watching the anime.
It be some good TV nowadays, though, man.
Yeah.
Netflix got some good
Man, I
stuff.
can't. Yeah,
HBO, you got all these network
hey,
shows now.
go
Amazon.
ahead, go ahead and drop the plug for the show we supposed to be watching. See,
Oh, Lovecraft. You're supposed to be watching
yeah,
Lovecraft.
love.
It's cool.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
it's a good one. You know, it'll be good to binge. I
I'm
mean,
just
you
trying
know
to
how it
wait to
is
binge
watching.
it, man.
Yeah, because watching a
Yeah,
show week to week is super slow and tedious. Having to wait
yeah.
for the story to develop and then you forget about stuff. But it's cool for right now. I think that's a good show for our people. We haven't had nothing like Get Out or Us. Something from Jordan Peele. We haven't had nothing in a minute, so he put his own. He is an executive producer on that one, so it kind of had a little Jordan Peele flavor to it. And it's made by I forget the woman's name who is a creator. But yeah, she real good, and J.J. Abrams produced, so it's got some good sci-fi and some good creepy elements to it. That, like I said, we like Stranger Things. Like if y'all into any of that type of stuff, like I feel like that stuff pulls from anime too. Like it's not all
It
like
does.
it's not all just like cut and dry. Like it be some real deal like anime stuff pulled into some of these things that Netflix be like the Project Power, stuff like that. Like it has the same like some of the elements that I know me personally that I love about anime. They make like other shows and stuff great, but yeah, there's some good stuff out there, man. Some real good stuff out there now.
Real TV is out
Yeah.
there. Balance.
Balance. Gotta have balance. All right, so we're gonna finish up with the kind of last big thing from this week, which was DC Fandom Part Two, which happened yesterday. So Part One was pretty big. We found out a lot of good things with Batman, Wonder Woman, 1984, Justice League, and Gotham. Uh, what does it see? Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Gotham Knights, Suicide
yeah.
Squad.
So yeah,
Fire.
so yeah, quite a few things. So what do we have new on September the 12th? So obviously they had the different verses that kind of split everything up. It was different. So they had the Watch verse, which had the different panels like from the Flash and the Titan, the Teen Titans. You had the Indie verse, which focused on a lot of indie things from Bat Mobile, and just new comics and new different panels. You had Uverse, which talked about celebrating DC fans and their cosplay. You had Funverse, which talked about the different games and trivia that they were offering. Some little jokes from the Joker, and then the Kids Verse, which is aimed for the DC younger fans. So they did like crafts and karaoke and some Lego activities. But first biggest thing that came out from DC Fandom was the Doom Patrol. They're gonna be making their move from the live action base DC superhero team, and they're gonna be airing their second season. That's gonna be over on HBO Max. So that's gonna be coming out. More information will be for that later. They had the leading actor from Black Lightning as a panel guest and the cast, and they were speaking out against racial injustice. So that was pretty huge that they allowed him to have that platform. Obviously, Black Lightning is a hero for us, providing examples for our kids and representation, which we just do deserve. But even allowing them a platform to be able to talk about these things is even bigger. So shout out to DC for
I think
allowing that to happen.
I think Will camera froze. I don't know if he
Oh,
hears.
okay.
Yeah, cause I was like, I know you're not standing there still. Can you still hear us, Will?
I can hear you guys. Mine it's just going in and out.
Okay, see if you can hop back out and see if you'll hop back in and see if it'll fix it for you. See, thank you for that. I'm trying to work through this article.
Yeah, I mean, we had a
Alright,
lot at the DC event. I saw like they were doing like this little Joker experience, what I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, I know it's like a lot of the shows, the DC shows.
Yeah, Batwoman 2 got confirmed. No Harley Quinn coming through. A lot of people were upset that Harley Quinn wasn't coming through.
That's the
This is
animated
big.
one.
This is yeah. And then they are scheduling for a October 1st, 2021 release of Catwoman
And they
and the
doing
Batman teaser as well.
It's the Flash movie that's coming out, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Flash movie coming out. And I know Will wanted to
Loosely based
kinda
off of the
elaborate.
Flashpoint paradox, which I mean, when has that gone right for DC? Because with the Flash CW show, it was a struggle with that season. I mean, other than the DC animated one I watched last night, which that's Flashpoint Paradox, was completely different from every other storyline they've tried to use. And they're talking about bringing back Michael Keaton and not Ben Affleck. Who's the other guy? No, yeah, and Ben Affleck's Batman in this movie.
Oh
and
yeah.
kind of use it as a point to reset the DC universe. So I mean, we'll see.
They're gonna use Michael Keaton as Batman
Yeah,
in
they're
this
going to be
movie?
bringing back. They're not using him as Batman, but having I'm guessing different points of different timelines, and they're going to be using him, bringing back his version of Batman in this movie, along with Ben Affleck's version. Like they're just going to be trying to. They're legit trying to use it as a way to reset the DC universe, so they can kind of move forward with this new Batman, with the Robert Pattinson Batman, with whatever they're going to do for Justice League. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of Ezra Miller, so I don't even want him playing Flash in the first place. But that's a whole different caveat.
I just really would like for DC to just get their shit together.
I feel
Even
like
if they
they
gotta go over to Marvel and be like, hey, look, can you just give us a blueprint? Like, you don't really have to tell us all of it, but give us a base blueprint so that, like, you can take your base heroes from the Justice League, build the movies around it, do the Justice League, and then branch off and continue the trajectory where you then start to pick up the newer heroes.
They
But
don't
it's
even
just
have,
like
they don't even have the
they
right
can't even
Flash.
get their base heroes stories right.
They don't even have the right version of Flash in Justice League. They got the brand new version of Flash. He just figured out he got powers, and they got him in Justice League.
Yeah, I think they try to do too much too fast with the DC movies. I don't feel like they are like completely done where they can't never get right, but I just feel like they tried to push the envelope way too fast for what they already had on the table. Because you already had Superman, then you didn't really give Ben Affleck his own Batman movie. You just instantly did Batman vs Superman. And at the same time, you cram packed that movie with a Justice League origin story. It was a lot. Like so how do y'all feel about Batman vs Superman as a movie? Do you think it was good or?
Yeah.
So like now, before like when it first came out, I was not a huge fan of Batman vs Superman movie. Now I wouldn't say I'm as hard on it, just in comparison to a lot of what's around it, in a sense, because I honestly feel like they screwed up the storyline into Justice League more than they, and like that's more of a problem than what happened with Batman vs Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my issue. So I can't really take credit away from Batman vs. Because I think from a cinematic standpoint, it was still a pretty good movie. I think it could have been like maybe some of the script was a little corny, like, but other than that, it wasn't that bad a movie, and it made a lot of money. So people went and watched it. But just their timeline, like they have the X-Men problem. Like X-Men can't get their shit together either. So like they both got timeline problems. They got to figure out where they are, and they got to find a jump off point and stick with it. They can't keep trying to make stuff fit.
Rehash it and redo it. Yeah.
You remember they had the Flash come to Bruce on Batman vs Superman? Are they gonna tie that? Is that like a part of the Snyder cut? Cause y'all, that's gonna be one that we all gotta like figure out how we gonna talk about that Snyder cut.
About the Snyder cut, I'm really intrigued to see, especially because they're dropping it in four 1 hour parts. So
it's basically like a 4-hour movie, right?
It's gonna be. I'm intrigued to see what they take out and what they add, or like what's in it and how it kind of changes. I don't think it still doesn't change the timeline. Like the timeline's still messed up. Like so that doesn't really. You see what I'm saying? So like other than adding extra filler to give us more context to the other stuff that happened that kind of seemed like it was jumping around. Like there's not more they can do to repair the damage that's already made to the base of what they're supposed to be doing.
DC need to get their shit together.
They doing these fandoms, man. I feel like they trying hard to get people excited. I'll tell you, I know Batman is always a safe bet. So as long as they got Batman coming out, people are gonna be excited. That's why, like last time, the best games, or I think the only games that we saw, were Batman universe games. It's like they got other heroes, but
Gotham Knights, that game is gonna be fire.
Yeah, that's gonna be one. We're gonna be all over that when we finally get more details, but in due time.
Yep. Suicide. So we got the Suicide Squad. that got greenlit. That's gonna have John Cena playing as Peacemaker. Here's Alba playing as Bloodsport. So I'm actually excited to see those two in that. And then Suicide Squad video game from Rocksteady maybe coming out 2020, and you can play that across multiple platforms as well. We already talked about this, but Black Adam. Just shout out to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. We're excited to see him as Black Adam. Got Aquaman stuff coming out 2020. I'm at 2022. Shazam 2, no, confirmed right now to reveal the title November 4th, 2022.
Oh, they revealed it. Or this the stuff from
Yeah,
last event.
from the last one. Yeah, I'm just dashing through that stuff to just remind people about that. And then Titan season 3 got confirmed. So yeah, DC has dropped a lot of stuff from August up until now. For me, I just want them to kind of organize everything and to start pumping more stuff into other people. I want them to fix the Flash story. I want them to. I'm hoping Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be really good. The new Batman movie coming out is going to be good, and they can start, filtering in other people because for me, I hate top heavy stuff. So like, I'm not just an over fan of Batman and Superman. As a matter of fact, I probably like them the least out of everybody.
I say they got more heroes they could use, but
I
they
just
focus
want
so much.
more
Like
diversity.
Green Lantern still gets a revamp. Green Arrow, I mean, taking him from off the DC TV to actually doing something with him in the DC universe or the movie lane.
Which they probably should have done to begin with.
Facts. So there's so many other heroes that could be that aren't even like lower heroes that are adjacent, Justice League adjacent heroes.
I like
I mean, Cyborg.
Yep.
yeah, Cyborg. They did a good job with Aquaman, but I feel like they had a lot of time. And Wonder Woman is excellent. I feel like that's why they're holding on to the movie so hard, because they wanted to go to theaters.
That was gonna be real good. I feel like it's gonna make a lot of money. It's gonna make them a lot of money.
So at this point, do you think the movie theater gonna be back open by Christmas?
Oh, for sure. At least 50% capacity. At
And
least.
people gonna go just because they haven't been allowed to go.
Yeah. I mean, movie theaters
That's
are already
insane.
open around here. So
Yeah,
Couple
movie
of
theaters
them are.
opened up around here too. Yeah.
The whole summer got missed. That's like the big money season for the theaters, and I feel so bad. It's like every big movie.
now you got to think they got Tenet that just came out that's playing in theaters. They got 007 that's about to come out around the corner. Wonder Woman that's about to drop around the corner. So people are going to the movie. Ain't like people are going to sit in their houses. I'm going to see 007 if I got to wear a hazmat suit. I'm going. I need the seat, the popcorn, and the movie theater. I need it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what we gonna do instead of because I know we pretty much coming up to the last quarter of the year, so it's like I'm trying to get like some I guess like some nights put together where we can just like plan a marathon or watch something around the holidays or something. I don't know. It's like, and it just sucks that we can't do nothing or go nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll take the time to, like you said, to do a marathon or something that we haven't watched in a while, since we aren't going to be able to link up and go through things like that. And that's why we have situations like our talk show, to come from this scenario where everybody being at home. So we're gonna make the best of it regardless.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Well, gentlemen, that is all our topics for today. Like every week, we always try to wrap up talking about things we're looking forward to in the blerdy world. Next week, I'm going to be doing a little bit more streaming. Love everybody come check me out. Be Nice 910 for the streamer channel. Still gonna make that change so it'll be converted over like everything else. That's just the last one that requires money. So we'll get that set up where I can get that gamer tag changed. Also, looking at the newest episode of One Piece. One Piece is getting to super high climax area for the Wano. portion of it. So if you guys aren't watching that, check that out. Also, a little bit more collabs this week with the red and the blue. And then we're also going to be releasing the information for next week's special guest, Crazy ate great after our talk show this morning. So that's what I'm looking forward to. See, Will, what are y'all looking forward to this upcoming week?
Um, I know. Yeah, me and I met Flash through B. So yeah, like I know we was talking about it because he been killing it with his channel that we've been talking about, Red and the Blue, and like he mentioned earlier, it's all about like bringing that that side of an entire like world of knowledge, bringing that to the black community, and trying to represent that in a positive light. So like I was telling him, like before we jumped on this podcast, like that's what we always been about, and me doing what I've been doing. So I just like I know for me this week coming up, I mean, what is it? Oh, the PS5 event. That's gonna be all over the Instagram,
Yeah.
hands down.
September
Hopefully,
16th. Yeah.
hopefully we get some gameplay there. I know I probably won't be able to co-stream it or nothing because I'm gonna probably be at work. But yeah, for the most part, man, it's just good to just like fellowship, kick it, talk about some nerdy stuff. I mean, and saying that's nerdy it don't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. But one thing too, I did finally get to play Among Us with shout out to the people's Coldberg and Blue. Got to play Among Us, and that
Friends of
game
the
is
channel.
freaking hilarious. Like that game is so funny. A bunch of people been talking about it on Twitter. You probably seen, but yeah, man, just looking forward to seeing some news this week and doing some more. So yeah, we're gonna try to have some more guests. Kenny should be back on here next week.
Next week.
So yeah, Flash. Yeah, whenever you want to come back, just let us know. To be honest, I feel like every week could be open. Whoever gonna show up, just show up, and that just be what it be. Because it's gonna be weekend. It's gonna be weekends where everybody can't make it. So we just trying to do what we can.
Facts, big old facts. Well, what are you looking forward to this week?
I mean, first off, it's club soccer's kicking off around the world. So Chelsea plays tomorrow. So I'm definitely excited about Chelsea getting to see some of our new signings touch the field for the first time. Plus Dortmund plays their first game tomorrow, my German team. So getting to see some of their new signings, some of the young American talent that they have getting to touch the field is going to be nice. But really outside of that, man, catching some more dubs in Friday Night Fights on this MK. You know what I'm saying? Catching the cans with the Johnny Cage. And
Somebody
just,
that got him a solid number 2 now.
And just really, man, like Steve was saying, just kind of embracing this whole community kind of aspect, just because, being a lot of y'all are back home, North Carolina. So for me, it's nice to be able to connect with people that live that same life, live that same experience and perspective, and being 16 hours away, kind of in this whole community on my own. It's just nice to have other guys that I can connect with and fellowship with, and even if I don't know a lot, like I was telling Steve last night or yesterday, like I've learned so much about gaming, about anime, about animation, just refocusing my mind on researching these things. So, it's nice to grow with other African American people of color and just, embracing everyone's passions and joys. So just getting to do that every week and being a part of this is the best part of just being a part of this 3LittleBlerds community. And, Red and the Blue is, we're just another extension of trying to allow people to find their voice and find their passion and figure out what they want to do and what they want to kind of express too. Because it's not just about kicking a soccer ball around. It's about why we love soccer, about what we wear, about what we're standing up for, what we're using our voices for, often on and off the pitch, and then obviously the highlights, so that the stuff that we do well and the things that look good when we do it. So yeah, that's me. That's what I'm excited about this weekend. Just getting back to this whole kicking Brandon's butt in Mortal Kombat thing. So.
Hey, yo, man. So shout out to everybody who came and showed love for Friday Night Fights. As Will said, it was a good night. Everybody definitely took some L's. I got flawless. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. I did get smoked one round, but I also did hand out some L's as well. So I can, talk about this and not be upset now. It's cool. It's cool. Friday did kind of escalate to a moment where I had to cut the stream a little bit short. But hey, look, it happened. It happens to the best of us. Um, with that being said, I want to thank everybody for rocking with 3LittleBlerds this week, to infinity and beyond. Shout out to the homie Buzz. We will see you all soon. Yeah.
All right, everybody.